title. What is this, episode 19?
I think so.
Episode 19. No, don't do that. Must have had a hotkey on the 9. Episode 19. Oh, Christmas.
This is the Crimbo episode? This is the Crimbo episode?
Yeah, it's supposed to be the Christmas episode.
Oh shit, I didn't buy you guys any gifts.
Everyone gets a symbol.
We're going to take this off because I'm not going to be in the camera. Alright, so.
Like the overload symbols.
Thank you guys for joining us for Fall Realm Rollers. It's good to be back. We haven't played since October 8th. Congratulations to Adam for being a first-time homeowner. Congratulations to Stephanie for weathering the year and all its inconveniences. To Ethan for keeping a finely groomed beard this whole time. To Brad for, being Brad.
Working on the novel.
Working it. Congratulations for 7,000 words in your first chapter. That's very good.
A lot of words. It's a lot of words.
The work here. Literature you're trying to work on.
It's chapter 1.
So, we've just gone over some home rules that maybe I'll make available to you guys in Patreon in a Discord if you choose to donate to us or like our content. So, I've mentioned this to Brad already. What y'all can do going forward, and they'll need your help, is on every video that gets 40 likes, I will let y'all draw a magic card out of here. Go in alphabetical order. Adam, Brad. We were doing character, wasn't we? It'd be easier in person. Adam, Brad, Ethan, Stephanie. Limit 2 per character per level. So, but for every, and that may change depending on how much participation we have in that. But so for every video that gets 40 likes, I'll let you draw it here. And one side is stuff that I said, okay, that could make its way in the campaign naturally. Maybe they come up on somebody, an enemy that has that. And the other side is stuff that I said, no, I'm absolutely not going to have that in there because that would break the campaign. Y'all can just grab whatever, add random. So,
Is there a magic?
I'll not tell you which side is which. You just pull. Maybe I'll change it if go back and forth, and y'all never know.
Are there magic needles in that?
No, there are not Tasha's Cauldron of Everything versions of tattoos because I'm using Matthew Mercer's version of tattoos. But there are magical tattoos in D&D.
Are they in that box?
Nope. They're not. So that was the only thing I don't think I mentioned in the review of the home rules. Oh, another thing. I don't want to narrate every single fight encounter because y'all are telling the story with me. So from now on, if y'all will, and you can take away some of the NPC's agency, like for instance, when y'all were fighting on top of the dungeon on the way back from Waterdeep, and you were on the hill with the cultist, and he missed, but he missed because Pepper screeched in your ear, and you turned your head back and then turned back to face him, and kind of rolled your ankle and fell forward a little bit, and he swung over you. You can do stuff like that. Y'all narrate it. Don't take control of my NPC and make him do something silly like, there's a butterfly, he tries to get to land on the tip of his sword or whatever, something stupid like that.
If he rolls in that one.
Yeah, maybe if he rolls in that one.
Okay.
Y'all can grease it a little bit. But, so I want y'all to narrate your fight scenes, and if you do, I'll let you add an extra point of damage. So, there's that. So, economy, commerce, magic items. I think that's everything with that too. Anybody want to do a recap? And get inspiration.
If I remember.
See how well y'all remember.
I looked over my notes
After
before I came over and
4
I was like,
months.
None of this makes any sense.
I remember like cave pile stuff, the scimitars and the crossbows.
I remember it like it was October 8th.
But for me, it feels like October 8, 2019.
Okay. Yeah, this doesn't make just kind of shorthand everything.
That's okay. You want me to do it, or somebody else want to do it? I want to crack at it.
Let's So we went into
The mines or the caves.
yeah.
whatever.
We go to Welder Wagons Works at night. There's half a dozen wagons. We see tracks to a wagon half buried, sun-dried, found an entrance to the mines. We enter, something moves on the ceiling, a light goes out, the ceiling moves, stones, 6 slabs, holds humanoid bones. We go talk to LaRock. Baragustus is the old man. Petrichor yells for LaRock. Baragustus leaves. We go deeper. Walls show chisel marks in the center. Life light. Shield on left, sword on the right. On the petrified iron stone door found in 1459 in Red Larch, broken condition. We go to the right door, opens to a square floor, floating rock 3 feet off the floor, dagger floats up, soul also floats, smells like death. Nothing in this room, not magnetic, loft wide floor to ceiling. Oh, the room is this wide. The smell is coming from the west, smell of ammonia, 3 to 4 bodies, tunnel opens to a room, 3 corpses. Of the body, 5 oversized rats. I try to spook them, I fail. We fight, I kill 1 rat, Petrichor kills 1. The bodies belong to the pilgrims who came with Arison, Verspa, and Slaodin. Black earth cult symbol on the forehead. Stone sentinel dwarf with chainmail. Push it out of the way, door opens out. We split up and Saul gets caught in a falling cage. We're supposed to take a message to my father. The Ruthlor Halan. Grund was here, half orc pickler, hanging with the believers. Went to get help because of intruders. We helped the boy out. Steals gold. We go back to the west. We enter a large cavern. I thought you'd never come. We are the bringers of woe. I have 3 more fireball charges.
Yeah.
I have a total of 3 left.
Wow. What a good way to end that note.
Let's
Like that was slow or that way just to tell you that your shoulders directly
Thanks.
we fight LaRock. Guess that's right. I used all the fireball charges.
Yeah.
I was wondering the audio to see if she was see if it was
Malinkos
spiking.
and Wilman Lee. Eldris Tarthareth, the blacksmith, as mayor. His wife runs the pantry. Mini town treasurer, Thandra, council of defense. 40 silver equals 10 silver? I don't know, maybe we each got 10 silver apiece. 8 o'clock, we go back to our house. I read the Centurion book. I eat dinner, 4 hours. Long rest, we decide to check out the music box.
Did I get you the Codex cipher thing for the Zentarum book?
I do believe
Because I homebrewed that for you. I know I stumbled all over delivering that day. Let's see here. If you'll check, I'll check as well real quick, and we'll see if we...
And I looted all of LaRock's people's scimitars and crossbows, and
That's
me and
correct.
Adam was going to split it as long as I got back safely to the shop. But then we got back into town, and it was after they closed everything. And then I had some thoughts about dual wielding crossbows.
I don't see it anywhere. I think it's in the... maybe it's in the inventory. If you have it, let me know. I think it's in Coins and Gemstones on mine. That's where it's at. The Cipher Codex.
Millie.
And you do have that? Do I need to send that to you again? That's for when you go just read your Centurion book.
Yeah. I think I may need that.
Okay, let me just take a picture and send it to you.
Okay. Could you copy that text and send it to me?
Yeah.
That way I don't have to like copy
Yeah,
all
I
in.
can do that.
And you said other items.
I put it in gemstones in mine, coins and gemstones, because it's valuable in that it's just your time. So. And because it's not an item, really.
So you didn't have it in like equipment?
I didn't put it in equipment, no.
Where'd you put it?
Coins and gemstones.
Well, where's that?
You have all in there. Blue spinel, blue sapphire.
I don't know.
Whoa, yours. Look at hers, man. It gives every different type of gemstone and everything. Mine doesn't do that. That's awesome.
Mine has
What
all
was
the
the
gemstones,
music
but
box
not the
thing we were
prices
talking
of them.
about?
You have,
Yeah, that's why.
Is it the water box thing?
yeah,
Okay.
it's when are you the one with the music?
Oh
instrument?
yeah, the weird block
Yeah,
of the
'cause
music. Yeah, okay.
You play the
I was-
music and it projects a map.
Yeah.
Strange map.
I have something listed here that just says, well, in mine it's listed as weird block.
Yeah, and that's it projects a map when you play the
I was
instrument.
wondering because I have another thing here that says water box, and it's just a box adorned with water.
I thought you held that though. That's what's got the red orb in it.
Is that okay? I've got it.
With the
You've
water
got the
iconography,
instruments.
yeah.
You've got the water box.
I've got the music box. I don't know if they're the same.
The thing that played the music was the Ember. It was a little handheld
Uh-huh.
piano, and it was the 1 ounce block of unknown material.
Yeah.
Is what I call the strange map block or weird,
Yeah,
weird
I
block.
have it here as weird
Yeah.
block.
Yeah, the weird block that does the map with music is its own thing. That doesn't play its own music. And then
The water.
there's a box that was covered in fire retardant material that was covered in water iconography and
Yeah.
everything that has spirit in it. She should have that.
She
If
has
you're
that.
holding it,
Yeah.
that's fine. But she had initially
All right.
looked at
Well, if you don't have that to yours, I'll leave it.
Okay.
whoever has it is fine.
Yeah. I'll just add it to my items.
Yeah, you can
That
put it wherever
way-
you want to. That's just where it's at on mine. It might matter if you were just try to copy the Fight Club file, but we're not doing that anyway because we have trouble with that.
Okay, yeah, I just have the Zentera book. I don't have anything in it.
Okay, yeah, this is how you'll decipher it. The one I've got under the detail and the other one under the description or something like that. But the whole thing together is how you do it. So, yeah, pretty on the nose with the description. Yeah, y'all. Well, I think I actually have written that. I'm gonna read you guys what takes place. So the only thing she left out in the recap was the after. She's right, y'all. We're unearthing some of the nefarious goings on of the Zentarum. Not Zentarum. Sorry, the Black Earth cult. You went down there. You defeated their figureheads. The Mystic Biscuits are unraveling the carefully woven tapestry that is the Black Earth cult's plans. Already they have uncovered the identity of their figurehead, LaRock. More still, they know them to be the puppeteers of the heinous acts committed by the Believers, a secret sect of elite members of Red Larch Society. The party finds themselves in the tunnel networks beneath the village. What new secrets await to be exposed? Well, you exposed that Grund was in league with the Believers, that the rock of an exile of the Sacred Stone Monastery was their figurehead, and he led the Bringers of Woe, apparent cultists in Red Larch, that you had encountered some of their fellows in Mother Yolantha's. Don't read some of that. Let me see. Yeah, don't read all of that. And then I move on to the next one. Y'all disposed of all them. Went back to the surface. Dursba wasn't with us that episode, I don't believe, and so what your character actually ended up doing, you chased, what was it, Baragustus, back up to the boned, rolled tide, and you were waiting with Heath, Tough Marilar, No, is that right? What's the Baron's name? I think I'm blending your night overseer with the Baron. It don't matter that much, but Herbert Tough Merlar, yeah, the leader of the pseudo type of guard in Red Larch. You met him there, and he had Grund, and you had Bear Augustus, and when they came up out of the mines, you deliberated with them about everything that happened and how they had murdered people, and he went on to tell you, like she said, the new power structure in the village, and Sol went back. Artemis had already seen him take all the jewels and offerings of the believers to the dwellers, and had left the dagger. This time he goes back down there and takes the dagger, and you, Petrichor, went back to the Helmet High Sun to talk to Justron and divulge what you knew to him. Produced some of the sacred stone, the Black Earth cult amulets and things, and he went on to tell you that his cult, not cult, sorry,
Yeah, you
his following, people who practice water weaving, that they kind of had dealings with their people that they were more or less, they were stoic and stubborn, but had their own way of doing things that were erroneous in some ways, but in other ways that they got along pretty well, and they probably were a little misguided there in Red Larch. And so at that point, y'all reconvened at home. And another thing I was just about to tell y'all, it slipped my mind. It'll come back and play that, sure. So with that, we will get into this episode. That's probably a revealing heading. The Mystic Biscuits, having disposed of the active members of the Black Earth cult within Red Larch, return home after a long day of do-goodery. Petrichor met with Justron before retiring for the night to relay the events of the day to him. And Sol returned to the underground mines to retrieve the offerings made by the believers that had been left in front of the dwarven statue. The adventurers find rest for their weary bodies and minds, with plans to further investigate their map in the morning. Those plans, unfortunately, may not come to fruition after you all have a good night's sleep, except for Sol. I think he involuntarily took a point of exhaustion to avoid rolling on a sanity table. Suddenly, there is an unexplained drop in pressure in your home.
In my what?
In your home. It permits all of you a courtesy glance around the house. You get to look at one another and everything before as you're discussing leaving and what you're going to do for the day. Gives you enough time to exhale the breath in your lungs, and all of a sudden you're shunted into a black void. You don't see anything. You feel yourself hurling through an endless black void. You awaken with the ground, firmament, and sky competing for visual prominence. You're laying horizontally on your side.
No.
As you stand up and survey your surroundings, you see rock and earth crisscrossed by veins of precious metals and gemstones of all kinds of proportions. You see bunny hills of copper and giant mounds of mithril and lead and all different kinds of things. Interspersed with this solid rock and earth are caverns of all sizes. Some are dark and dry, others are filled with water and phosphorus fungus. And you find breathing to be very, very uncomfortable, as though sandpaper or granular rock that's constantly strong the winds of this plane. Okay, and you are all, the first thing you notice about yourselves is that you are not yourselves, because you have adopted this amorphous body. I need to find that, and I bet I don't have it. I bet I do have it. I hope it's in here. I did the legwork for you guys. I don't have it all. Shoot. Man, I made up all new character sheets for you guys. Petrichor. Your Ganassi form is disjointed. The blending of genie heritage and human gone. You appear like you are just a regular human. Thursby. Actually, I have a picture for you. Man, that grinds my gears. You know what really grinds my gears? Let's see. You look like this. Instead of the westernized version of a dragon where it's kind of bloated in the gullet, the Chinese looking more slender. That's the way Ao kind of looks. You know, the original dragon. I think it's Ao or Ao. The one that was hewn in two, and from one side sprung Bahamut, the other side sprung Tiamat. You look more like that. Save for all this robes, you're just in regular Skyrim apparel. Y'all don't have your armor on.
Oh.
So that's your appearance. Soul, you are no longer you don't appear to be a Shadar Kai anymore, but instead you look high elven, from like resident of the Feywild. And Artemis, you look like just a human again.
So just me.
You just look like you.
One of the tall elves.
You're the same stature, except for now your skin is not dark, your hair is not black, it is much longer now and golden. And you all have.
Still covered in fungus.
No, you're not covered in fungus. You all have some jewelry on. If you'll give me a second, I have some of it for each of you. I can let you see it. Might take me a while because I've been saving a lot of pictures off of Reddit. And this jewelry is very special. Petrichor, you have a ring that looks like that. Artemis, you have a necklace that looks like that.
Ooh.
Soul, you have earrings that look like that. I think I have yours. Thursday, you have earrings that look like that. Now this jewelry is kind of like the Patara jewelry on Dragon Ball Z that represents fusion. Like I said, this is all your disjointed bodies. Now, you all are adorned with jewelry that you seem to have an intimate familiarity with, absent the requisite first-hand experience of using it. If you focus on your authentic form, you know that you'll don your body, that you will get rid of this form, and you'll step back in your physicality, but you don't know if that's safe here or not. And you are welcome to do so at any time. That you have no idea what the ramifications will be.
We just think of it.
You are not familiar with your body, though.
Except for me.
And the reason being, except for you, the ramifications of that are, when you roll, do not add your proficiency bonus. So you might have to fiddle with the app a little bit or knowing what you're supposed to add. Like I said, I had all the legwork done for you on character sheets, but I don't know where I've done with them. It's been months and months ago. So, let me think. There's no disadvantages to anything, except for, I think instead of doing, like you said, since you just became a human again, I think you have disadvantage on perception checks that rely on touch, and we'll iron it out as we go. I think that's it. And Pepper is a, what are they called? What are those new kids things, young kids toys that's got like the egg halfway hatched?
The
Hatchables.
Hatchable. Pepper looks like a hatchable. You know, he's half broken out of this thing made of complete stone.
Oh, it's not.
He is not cognitive and active and out and alive right now. So you feel like he's safe and fine and incubating and
Am I put him in my bag so that way he's safe.
With that all in mind, it is all on you guys now. What are you doing?
I want to look around and see if I see the mental manifestation of battle chicken that apparently I've only created in my mind.
You see no battle chicken.
No battle chicken.
No battle chicken.
Is there a map of this?
There is not a map of the split.
So, my understanding, we just think of it shed this form at any point, but we don't know what's going to happen.
You don't know if you breathe the air. You don't know what will happen. If you'll just be shunted back to the material plane. You don't know.
That sounds like I sit around and listen to what everyone else does. What do I have on me? Let's check my phone.
That's yes.
Yeah, so do we have all our stuff?
All of your magic items, save for your dagger, your mask, your bow. Like I said, I had it all figured out.
I don't have my bow.
You have your bow, you have your dagger, you have your sword of sharpness. Sword of sharpness.
Can I just have the
Weaponry you have, armor you do not have.
No.
Any other magical items is reduced to coins. You have little disc size magical coins, you know, like with the wand of fireball. It looks like a copper coin, you know, with delicate carvings on there depicting a wand, a spark on the top, and you know, just like scorching rays, you know, fire jutting all off to the side, and many different such of things. Your medallion of thoughts is a coin.
They still work and everything? No, just coins. Okay.
Yeah. What are you guys doing?
So you said there's just like mountains and stuff around us?
Money.
Yeah, all different kinds of mountains.
Let's start picking up.
I don't know if you had it in your inventory when you sent it to me.
What's immediately to my left?
I remember what I was going to tell you, but I forgot. What it says in the Dungeon Master's Guide about revealing items when you attune to them, it says if you want to have an aura of mystique around items, you don't have to reveal everything. I was under the impression that when you attune to them, you only learn command words, and if you were cursed, you don the curse and things like that. Some items depend on, you know, if it's relative to the campaign later. I won't tell you everything, but going forward, when y'all attune to an item, you know, maybe if it's kind of a big deal, I might make you make an Arcana check. But otherwise, when you attune to something, you'll automatically know its properties. So
We have everything else.
that armor you picked up from the field at, what was it, the battle at Death's Rise or whatever it was with Volklander, that was cold resistance armor. It's a coin as well. So anyway, y'all don't have armor. That's what I'm getting at.
What is it immediately to my left?
Oh yeah, it's not in my because
I didn't think it was in there. That's why I wanted to mention it to you, so you
It's
made
in
sure
my,
that.
it's not in my equipment list. It's in the armor list. This one's set up different.
The bracers, the dragon bracers, they are steel bracers. They're not coin.
Seeing as I'm my beautiful, flawless human self,
You go to what? You put them on? Okay.
no, I don't put them on.
Don't put them on. Okay, I'm sorry.
I don't need to disguise me with my beautiful,
We
flawless
have
self.
all of our other stuff.
If you want to dialogue it out with me, I'll let you know if there's anything you don't have. Run it by me. That's fine. You know,
Stop.
like I said, if it's magic, more than likely it's a coin.
Okay.
Like I said, I went by your inventories and like on that character sheet I wrote for you,
That's
I,
why you needed a room.
I had it all written out how many coins you had.
Ring of Gin Summoning is a coin.
Yeah.
Well, you guys look kind of weird.
Agreed.
You look a little more slender, Darcy. You look
Less blue.
less blue. That's very sad. You look
And you
less
notice when
sleepy.
he speaks, he does not sound like a whale anymore.
He just sounds like a whale.
That was something he spoke with us about in the first session where he said he was going to have an accent, a character accent, but somewhere he read that Ganassi, when they talk, they sound like whales singing.
Yeah.
Come in eventually.
Okay. So,
Does anyone have any idea where we are?
I have 0.
Can we see so the landscape is just various like
So
Tiles
y'all
and
view a
metals
couple.
and
Yeah,
stuff.
you view a couple caves off in the distance. You know, some off to your northeast, some directly to your left, like she mentioned.
Does anything like
It's kind of hard to see
Yeah,
with
does
all the
anything, like,
sandstorm
stand out?
kind of blowing at you.
catch my eye?
No, what's your passive perception? Not like I said, probably not with that sandstorm, but let me hear what that is.
So it's sort of a soft hellscape.
Yes.
12. So just
13.
Not more than that, just like the silhouettes of. You see what she sees, just the landscape off in the distance. You can't really make out, what type of metal substance or.
It's like not past. It's 15. To anybody.
To your left, where she was looking, you see some glowing rock off that way that seems like it's not elevated, but it's like it's descending, like a cavern.
Well, check in my pants, see if there's any change in body parts. No?
It's the same.
You're a eunuch now.
You're like a Ken doll.
Yeah, you just.
Dursby, you can roll an insight check for me.
Yeah, 20.
Nat 20.
Hell yeah.
I'm
Off
all
to a good start.
right, I'm going to text you something.
Let's not waste all those here.
Yeah.
Something tells me there's something in the glowing cave.
I saw a video about D&D dice, and that since there's no regulation rule, you can get dice that are weighted to roll higher or lower based on the position of the numbers.
Yeah, I was reading somewhere that the D12 is very unbalanced because the way it's
The
shaped.
only weapon I think that has that is the lance.
And the great axe.
Yeah, but the D12 is like the only one that, because of the way it's shaped, can't be balanced. I don't remember.
Yeah.
Great axe or great sword.
Makes sense.
With that insight check, you realize that from what you've read and the information and the coffers and things at the Summit Hall, that this is probably the material plane of, or material, the plane of Earth.
A contract I have get turned into a coin. No?
It's just paper.
Magic.
But when you pull it out and look at it, all the blood it was written in is just kind of run down on the page.
Okay, can you just sign those with anything? You have
I
to
don't know.
sign in blood?
Try it.
Okay, I'll take that and a piece of chalk that I have in my bag
Okay.
and try to sign.
Are you doing this stealthily?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, roll a stealth check.
And I'm not adding anything.
Anybody that wants to sit, if you're proficient in it, no, don't.
Well, I don't have my
if you have a
heavy
stealth
armor.
modifier, you can add your stealth. Don't add proficiency.
I don't have my heavy armor, right? So I don't
Yes,
have
you're not at disadvantage when you
Okay, cool.
Anybody who wants to perceive what he's doing, or if it doesn't meet the passive perception, Petrichor sees this.
Did you roll 14?
Yeah.
That goes for you as well, Durs, but if you want to try and see this.
You tried to step. It's like a little kid trying to open up a bag of chips. It's like,
I mean,
crinkle, crinkle, crinkle,
it's
crinkle.
not really obvious that it's.
What it is? No, it's just
Nah,
a,
it's
as
just
far
a
as
big
they know,
paper.
it's just a document.
I
But
mean, it's nothing crazier than anything I've done before.
this is true.
Always signing a piece of paper with chalk. It just seems like a sanity type of thing, don't it?
All right. Anybody that wants to can roll intelligence checks. Try to remember that scene in Waterdeep where he got a contract from a hag that wanted to cut Dursby's arm off. If anybody wants to remember that. Anybody that noticed.
16.
Did you? Is that your perception check first?
Mm,
Did you roll perception earlier?
no.
That's your perception. So you've seen it. If you want to roll an intelligence check now, you can.
16 for intelligence.
So we're
You
rolling
remember, You remember that?
17.
I'm gonna set the DC at probably to remember that. It's been a while.
I got a 16 as well. If it's just an intelligence check.
Y'all remember he's got that document from the Hague.
Alright.
Yeah. Well,
And you see him sign something. Don't know what it is.
It's a weird place to be signing documents in the middle of a sandstorm and a mysterious earthen plane.
especially in a body that's not yours.
Yeah.
The right time for calligraphy is any time.
Maybe.
I'm just practicing. Calligraphy with chalk is really the master's game. It's difficult.
So,
So you trying to start something there? Bud?
I'm practicing calligraphy.
we all know what that piece of paper
It's
is.
just paper now.
We know what that is.
Yeah.
Do you show it to him? Or are you?
No, I just wrote on it and putting it back up. Did anything noticeable happen to it? It's
Well,
nothing
we-
happened.
Add a character when we get back and you've signed this contract.
I don't get paperwork piles up, and you don't get around to it when you plan it. Just remembered it.
We've
Seemed
been
like a
traveling
good day.
for quite some time, and I don't
Yeah.
think I've ever seen you deal with any sort of paperwork.
Yes, how is now the best time to deal with paperwork?
It's literally windy as shit out here.
Yeah, like how did you even sign that? You not get like
With
chalk
chalk.
dust? You didn't get chalk dust in your eye along with
I
the
don't
sand?
know. Did I?
I mean, it's uncomfortable, but not to the point where, like I said, your perception difficulty is a little higher. But
It's new chalk.
Big chalk. Okay.
It's new chalk.
Anyways.
Generally made for sidewalks, but
How did it work? Did it work well on paper?
did it work well on paper?
roll a performance check.
Okay.
See how well the chalk took.
And I don't add anything.
Do you have chalk?
I don't have anything to add.
You're gonna have to give me like an 18 to write
What's it
on
for?
parchment made from flesh. No, it didn't take.
No.
Alright.
It just scribbles on there. The chalk that's rubbing off. As soon as you crinkle the paper back up.
Just mixing with the blood. Well, this has been a very interesting art class.
Can I take a point of damage, cut myself and write in blood?
If you want to. Yeah,
I
that's
mean, is
fine.
it gonna take a point of damage if I cut myself to write in blood?
No, just a prick like that. That won't.
Oh,
So
Taking a hit point off is a lot of damage.
this is since we all. So the contract was you give her Durspa's arm, and what did you get in return? You don't even remember. You're just.
it was really long and convoluted. At the least, if she betrays me, I get $15,000 or something.
I think it was 500,000.
Yeah.
Huh?
I think it was 500,000.
500,000.
If she betrays you.
Yeah, and it was I get demon servants if she doesn't, or I get them to help me do it or something. I don't know.
I still have it. If you
Cut myself a little bit.
Can I snatch the parchment from him?
You try. You trying to resist it?
Of course.
Okay. Roll
This isn't gonna go my way.
roll contested dexterity checks.
Oh. Dexterity.
Fred.
Ooh.
So getting 13.
Okay.
Oh no!
You might have a chance.
Compared to my 5 and my +0, a 4.
Oh man, that roll was not in your favor. Yeah,
Okay.
she gets it.
Okay. There you go.
And then I'm gonna hand it to Durspa.
Yeah.
Your arm's on the line there, bud.
When she's handing it to him, I want to try to snatch it away.
Shit.
With the dexterity contested rolls.
Yeah. At this point, they're handing it off. Before you say anything, one of y'all, you give me a strength check. You can add your modifier and the other person's modifier as well. Whoever, it doesn't matter, against your strength check.
Okay, cool.
So
14.
plus yours, plus
Plus
hers.
3. So
That's
17.
Jesus. There's not going to be any paper left after this.
I was about to
That's
say.
it.
Flesh is probably fairly stretchy.
Oh yeah, it doesn't matter. Flash on it.
I will stay out of this, but.
You want to jump in? Add your strength
No.
modifier.
I'm just saying, I'm just bless Durspa.
And that's a 12.
Okay, so Dursby pulls it away.
I put my chalk back in my bag.
Okay. You do that, no problem.
Make sure you
Give me a. No.
Alright, now that we're done playing monkey in the middle, Dursby's arm is safely secured for now. We should figure out something because it's getting real sandy and my eyes are starting to hurt.
That cave has glowing rocks in it.
To the glowing rocks.
That's good.
No. So
I
I
head
begin
in
to
the
walk that
direction
way.
of glowing rocks.
I follow as the last person.
Okay. Bring up the rear. Oops, don't do that.
Don't do one.
Alrighty. So, you eventually approach a cavern. Engraved within the wall of the left entrance, you see that it says, it's kind of like a placard. It says, if the virtuous are placed in positions of evidence, transgressions will remain hidden. But if the wicked are lauded, crimes will be punished. In the former, people will be stronger than the law. In the latter, the law will be stronger than the people. Atrocity of atrocities, if the people are stronger than the law. For lawlessness will abound. If the law is stronger than the people, the army will be strong.
Oh my god.
Hey!
Billy!
Right on time, man.
Sorry.
Lawlessness will abound. This is our guest. You may remember him from episode 9 and maybe 10. For lawlessness will abound. If the law is stronger than the people, the army will be strong. Therefore it is said, governing through good leads to lawlessness and dismemberment. Governing through wicked people leads to order and strength. Clagliamator, the merciless. You guys do? You want me to spell that for you?
Yeah.
C-L-A-U G-I-Y L-I-A M-A-T-A-R.
The merciless.
The merciless. I need my phone so I don't.
Is this a riddle?
No, it's a placard that's just at the entrance of this cavern.
Okay, good.
And henceforth, I will be pulling that up on my phone so y'all can see it.
Did the dagger, the magic dagger that I got in that dungeon get turned into
I already said it did not. Weapons, no.
Okay. I want to pick up that dagger with my bare hand.
Oh, I'm sorry. That dagger from the mines. Yes, it did. Your dagger did not.
Oh.
That dagger did. I apologize. I apologize.
I'm just wanting to take risks. Let's sign some stuff.
Even so, you would not have the 2 hours required to attune to it. You could use it as a dagger.
Oh yeah, but I was just wanting to see if it's
I
cursed.
understand. Pull up a chair. Or a couch, yeah. Or if they're making room, couch.
Oh, cool.
Whatever.
You can have your own corner.
You guys remember Josh?
Hey, Josh.
Josh Coe.
You need dice, Josh.
Abaddon.
Abaddon, okay. I was like the shadow person.
Yeah. One in the shadow.
All right. So, as you enter the cat, well, are y'all guys? How do y'all respond to that? I'll give y'all a second to digest what you just read.
The mysterious voice reading it to me went a little too fast, so I don't know. I didn't absorb it much.
Yeah, read it again.
Something about wicked people.
Okay, here we go. Hold on 1 second. If the virtuous are placed in positions of evidence, transgression will remain hidden. But if the wicked are lauded, crimes will be punished. In the former, people will be stronger than the law. In the latter, the law will be stronger than the people. You ready?
Yeah.
In the light of the law will be strong. Atrocity of atrocities, if the people are stronger than the law. For lawlessness will abound. If the law is stronger than the people, the army will be strong. Therefore, it is said, governing through good people leads to lawlessness and dismemberment.
Therefore, it is said,
Governing through good people leads to lawlessness and dismemberment. Governing through wicked people leads to order and strength. Plagiomator, the merciless. I'm sorry, plagiomator.
governing through evil.
Governing through wicked people leads to order and strength.
And I say out loud.
Dirge, but at the mention of dismemberment with the recent scene that just transpired, you get a tinge of aggravation.
I say out loud. I've never been watched for other people's poems.
Seems like you should take the lead through the cave.
You want to hear something awesome?
All right.
This is where Tom is to my home.
Sure. Plug. Plagiomator, merciless. C-L.
Doesn't listen.
A-U.
That's a
I
high.
hate
G-I-Y.
This happens.
L-I-A-M-A-T-A-R. The merciless. What do you guys do?
So,
Uh,
I would challenge you for not hard.
you know why I wanted to sign that thing now?
What?
Because you was a real dick the other day when I was talking about getting my rat food back. You just
You know what?
a dick about it.
Let's
Y'all
find
did.
out.
You just don't care sometimes.
We're gonna find out.
No,
You
you
win,
wouldn't.
then I'll learn.
I don't give a shit. I don't get my rat food. You get the contract. Yeah. We'll wait until one of us needs help, the other one, and fuck the other one over.
Yeah, next time you need to break through the wall in the cave.
Next time you want.
You just go stand there and shove your head through it.
I still want my rat food.
Where is the grid map, Stephanie?
Don't know.
I think I put it down here.
Oh, good. Awesome. It's already out. Cool, cool, cool.
I think it was, if that's what you were looking
Yep.
Will you get big map in this episode?
Maybe. All right, what you guys doing?
for. So other than the plaque, is there anything else? The entrance to this cave?
At the opening of the cave, it looks like the goddess Fluck, Tamora, I believe is her name. I could be wrong. It has her hands tied. It's kind of like on the front of a ship with the mermaid sticking out. Her hands are out and kind of entangled by a rope, and the chain of her sister, Bethsaida, I believe. Yeah, right there. That symbol's dangling down. Very bad omen because the woman that's bound represents good fortune, and that symbol is that of her sister's. Her polarizing ideas. So it's misfortune. So
While I'm
I'm getting very conflicting feelings from this guy.
Well, I'm saying.
What guy? So?
No. I'm saying to the guy, I'm getting
Oh, okay, I see.
mixed feelings.
Gotcha.
As I'm saying this to Dursba about, like, just do whatever. I'm still making eye contact. I want a real performance, try to force out a really big silent fart
Okay.
from whatever.
Give me
this,
an 8. Give me an 8.
from whatever this body ate last. That is a 14 plus whatever.
Okay, you do.
And then I kind of like walk.
You
away.
break wind. It's kind of caught on the granular sandstorm a little bit, but
Oh yeah. It's,
you all kind of, you've all got a high enough perception. You kind of realize something's been a foul.
Well, oof, that's bad.
What you got?
what
That
tells
was a
me?
hit.
You roll the hit.
Oh, yeah,
All right, add your strength modifier. Don't add your proficiency modifier.
Plus 3, 6.
Are you punching there?
What is it?
9.
9 total. No AC. No armor. What you got on your AC?
No armor.
I think it's 10. I think you miss.
I'm pretty sure it's higher than 9.
Pull this up real quick.
We're gonna start off with some PvP.
Is it 10 without armor?
Okay, yeah, you miss. So how do you react?
I'm gonna.
This is the cavern ahead of you guys. I'm going to use that as a template for how
Try
big
to
to
punch
make
me,
this.
right?
I tried to hit you with a sword.
Oh, you pulled a sword on me. Oh, okay.
Alright.
We're doing it now. I'm on. I guess.
You said we don't have armor. Do I still have my shield?
Yeah.
If
Okay,
I,
Otherwise,
That's your only symbol,
yeah,
right?
I need to find some magic components quick.
if I would have had a shield before we got.
You have
into
your black
the
shield,
bodies-
yes.
Okay.
You do not have it equipped currently yet because you weren't walking around holding it. It was on your back.
Was he walking around holding his great axe?
He pulled it
It's
out.
equipped.
Well, combat has now started. It wasn't started until he did that.
Yeah, that was a surprise round.
One.
Now you get to roll initiative.
You want to have non-lethal out?
It's up to you.
Oh.
14.
You want to just have a fist battle?
Nope.
You don't want to have a fist fight?
Is this conversation happening? Like you're just like, you just want a fist fight? Is that
Yeah. You want to just fist fight about this?
Nope.
Why?
I'm being a dick about it.
Fuck you, that's fine.
Yeah.
For this, you get to lop off an arm.
I agree with that.
Is it
Say 20.
what you wanted? Was to lop off his arm?
You
Now
signed
it's
the
just
contract.
contested.
Or attempted to.
Attempted.
That's nice.
It's not happening. You can't just take calligraphy
And you
at
shit
his
in my
face.
face.
That was the final straw.
Add stink to the wound.
See what's equipped then. More, I guess it's already.
We'll say that's the map. Now just place yourselves where you want to on here. I'll continue to do this while y'all do that.
I was just chowing down on
Yeah.
McDonald's.
Plenty of space for that.
Guarantee you're not gonna be
That's the opening right there, the cavern. This is all
Probably
mountain.
chips.
Right here, this is the path y'all took to come up this way. Keep it to about right here, from where y'all want to be. Y'all can erase that line, and that's whereabouts you'll
All
be.
napkins or no napkins?
Inside the cabin?
No, this is inside. This is just the approach. This is
Okay.
place yourself somewhere inside there, whereabouts y'all think y'all will be during this time.
So-
Obviously, y'all two right beside each other.
Yeah,
Hit each other's
so-
hands.
So,
With the miniature.
since
Shit.
the last thing that was equipped on me of all the weapons is my magic black longsword, and I guess since I'm only holding one of them, I'm gonna two-hand it.
You are now attuned to that, as I mentioned before. Here is your stats for it.
Oh yeah, cool. Because I was trying to find those earlier. on this.
I was looking through my stuff. I saw this one. That's something I just know now, right?
Yeah, that's a spell.
Okay.
As long as you have it prepared, you have to prepare
Yeah.
it every morning with your spell.
Yeah.
This is technically a new day. You haven't spent 10 minutes
Action.
going over new spells, or 8 minutes, I think is what it is for clerics.
Yeah.
You can have whatever you had previously, whatever's in there still.
Okay.
And then if you want to change that after this encounter.
So I'm attacking with the.
Where are you at?
Yeah, Durs, but go ahead and you'll place yourselves where you want to be within that little semicircle first. And then going from there.
Yeah, we're going this way. And then start walking away. Yeah, be right in front of me.
PvP.
Put myself here. Where you at?
Or you want to watch? Way.
Yeah. Let's see. We came in this way.
No, we came at this. We're coming from this way.
Okay, then I'm just like hanging back.
I'm gonna say I was over here reading a plaque.
Okay.
Yeah. Attacking with the magic longsword.
Every day I question
Two.
why I tagged along with these idiots.
Yeah, you can erase that now. So it's not mistaken as a wall or anything. Plenty of room to run.
Two-handed.
You have access to your dragon breath. You can pick any dragon breath and use it one time, not just your poison.
So
How he's like,
Should all be the same damage dice and everything, just whatever type you want to use.
seems like a good time as any.
Oh. That's how you know it's serious when Brad says that.
Might as well just get rid of these superiority dice today. And I'm going to use superiority dice to add to the weapon attack, not to the damage.
To the hit, then. To
Yeah,
hit.
to the hit. 14?
14 damage.
A 14,
14 to hit. What's your AC?
10.
10?
10
With your dexterity modifier, though.
11.
Okay, that hits.
So it hits, okay. Ready to get fucked up. So I'm two-handing this. So, you know.
So versatile, so you get a bigger damage dice is what that means.
Yeah. And then so it's a D10. Okay. I've done before.
Yeah, on your new character sheets, I had y'all less health in this new body too. Con modifier minus, cumulative however many levels y'all were versus 3. So y'all had less health, no proficiency. Items
We
were
still have the same health.
yeah, you
right?
still have the same because it's easier. It's easier, yeah, since y'all have it all with you.
That is non-damage.
Okay. I'm just a rules referee here. Y'all
So
just
non-
let each other know, ask each other what your
right,
AC
no.
is, whether it hits, so on and so
It's
forth.
11 damage.
There you go. If you want to add the +1, you have to narrate how you attack.
Wow.
Remember, I told you that if you dialogue out how you hit, what you're doing when you hit, if you parry each other's blades or whatever, if you narrate it, I'll let you add the +1 to your damage. Remember me telling you that?
Okay, I slash it across his chest, trying to hit his left nipple and going down to his right hip
Okay, so you can add a
With
+1
a
to your
very-
damage. Just like that. That's what I want. That's good.
with a face like we used to be bros, but now you're not going to have a fist to bump me with anymore. So I can add the 1 to the
You can
damage.
add 1 to damage now.
Okay, it's 12 damage.
So I slapped this whole nipple.
Likewise, Dursma, you can do the same thing.
I'm not trying to, just trying to like damage the nipple.
If you want to omit that for each other, since obviously y'all, you're against one another, y'all don't have to do that. Just going forward. It's up to y'all if y'all want to keep doing it. Like
We don't know what happens if we die in these bodies, do we?
Sure don't.
Okay.
I don't even know what happens if you return to your actual body.
Yeah, but how bad could it be?
11 and then plus
Oh,
dexterity.
I'm sorry. It was your turn, and now this is your first action. Since then, y'all go ahead and roll initiative. Surprise round.
Oh, everybody?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, they need to decide when they're going to do things as
The
well.
kids need to decide which kind they want to live
Yeah.
with. A one.
With or without a nipple?
All right.
Anybody else roll a one?
No.
Okay.
Nerd.
No.
8.
16.
All right, so it'll be Artemis, Thursby, Petrichor, Sol. All right, carry on.
I just crossed my
Well, it's a surprise round. Yeah, let him get his first, and then from the top of the round will be you, Thursby, Petrichor, Sol.
10 plus the dex, or
Are you attacking?
yeah,
Then plus strength.
plus strength, so 14.
That hits.
Pretty sure that is.
Alright, so I'm gonna hit you with my great axe. Do I use this roll, or
What it says during the damage die, that would be adding your.
okay? So just
Yes, you can use that for damage. Yes.
So I just use D12.
Yeah, just not to hit. You can't use what it says to hit because that is including your proficiency. So we're doing that ourselves at the table. For the hit, for the damage, you can use that.
So I'm also going to add in the divine smite.
Yeah, you are. You have your shield equipped now? Okay. Just make sure to make sure to let him know what your AC is.
Well, what did you roll?
14.
Your AC would be 12. So he still hit. I was just letting you know.
No, I was two-handing my sword. So
Oh, that's right. So you can't equip your. That's right. Good
So
catch.
still
Thank you.
bonus.
Still 10. That's right. Thank you. Thank you for being honest.
So the great axe does 12 damage.
Plus divine smite.
Plus the 2d8.
Oh, that hurts. Paladins, man.
And 25.
Yep.
How you looking, Sol?
That's rough.
Artemis, you're up. What you got? Oh, yeah, bonus action? Was that a bonus action to do divine smite, or you just don't use it like a spell slot? Dump it
I
in?
think last time you looked, and it is like automatic with the hit, because you have to hit with it.
Okay. Well, do you want to take a bonus action or
Uh,
movement?
Stop. Always stop. Oh.
Anna would be so unhappy right now. Anna,
What?
because she doesn't like PvP.
I have all this while I'm using this sword now?
Yes.
Okay. I didn't know it was back.
Okay, yeah, it's not a bonus action. It's just what happens when you hit. Cool. Very cool. Yeah, cool. Tear him up.
Good time, I guess.
Yeah, you get to see all the. You get to see
See
soul
nipple
dice.
slicing. and all
Yeah.
that. Now it's hard.
All right, 6 seconds so you lose your bonus. What you got?
Artemis and
I'm
Petrichor is going.
Good? All right, Artemis, what you got?
Alright, I am going to put myself between these two dinguses. Where's the
All right.
yum?
Right here.
Pick up the nipples.
Yeah.
Well, there's not a lot of space, but I'm gonna
Trying to force your way.
yeah, I'm
through.
gonna try to force my way between them. Like, just kind of like push
Okay.
them apart.
Make a contested strength check. All y'all roll strength. Whomever, if she beats anyone, she'll shove the other person five spaces, or 5 feet in one direction or another.
God damn it! I'm gonna move you. Not 20.
Natural 20. Okay, so you shove them both 5 feet backward as your action.
Plus 4 to my strength. Would that still?
Not a nat 20.
No.
You'd have to give a nat 20 to beat that. All right, so you physically shove them both. 5 feet backward, actually shoving soul into the mouth of the cavern.
Okay. In there.
All
He
right.
is consumed by darkness.
That's your action. Are you going to use a free action to say anything to him or a bonus action?
Listen, you guys can kill each other later. We don't know like what this place is. We can figure it out later.
Free action for speech. Any kind of bonus action you want to do? You want?
No, I'm just
Nope, that's
gonna keep my hands out. Just like
All right, Bearsville, it's your turn again. And Petrichor, you're up. If you try to hit Soul with any kind of projectile, she's in front of you. He's got full cover, +5 to AC.
yeah.
He is directly behind her. Natural 20. What are you doing?
Are you gonna hug me?
Please don't hurt me.
I'm gonna hit Artemis with the
Man,
next
that's
roll.
holy
You're gonna hit Artemis with the great. Okay, roll damage. Okay, also another thing. We can choose to do this. I'll let y'all pick, and that'll be the rule going forward. Sometimes you get advantage on a D4. All right, I'm sorry, you get a crit on a D4 and you roll a 1, and so you can do 2 damage. I don't like that. Realmsmith, the way they do it, you max 1 damage die, and then you roll the other one, and that's your damage instead of just doubling. Either way, saves you time because you're not rolling 1 dice. How do y'all want to do it? Do y'all want to max 1 damage dice and then roll an additional damage dice, or y'all just want to roll 1 time and double it? It's however y'all want to do it.
I feel like
Because critical to me feels like it should implies a lot of damage.
Yeah.
So I like the idea of maxing 1 out,
yeah.
but it's whatever y'all want to do.
I know how to handle this. Adam, just act like he has a backup character when it's your turn, and just take him out.
So you like maxing out 1
I
damage
like
dice?
maxing out 1 because I feel like it gives you possibility for a higher number.
Max
Yeah.
out
Is
damage
that what everybody wants to
dice.
do? Okay, so going forward, that's how we'll handle crits.
So-
Natural 20s.
Mm.
So you max out 1 of your damage die, go ahead and roll 1, and then add it up.
22.
So what's the damage die? Is that a D12? Yeah, 22. Yep.
That was dumb.
I hate to break it to you.
That
But not a good idea.
Like, I'm gonna attack the murderer that has magic and a person with a fire wand.
Okay.
You can't just.
I don't have a fire wand.
She has a fire
Or else
wand.
I would straight mark your butt.
She would have marked both of you. She was like,
It
I would,
would
like,
have.
I would like to back up 10 feet and then fire on them.
Okay.
Or see, he knew what he was
So
doing.
that was your attack. Bonus action or movement.
Uh,
You can add +1 if you want to describe it. How you do it.
Go for the nails.
I'm gonna swing my great axe across on my strong side and try to hit her in the chest as well as getting her bow to break her bow.
Oh,
It's on your back, so your
with his
bow's
strong arm.
safe. But yeah, it's on your chest. You said.
Yeah.
You know, he buries the axe in your cleavage and just and drives forward and shoves you back, and yanks it. Blood gouts out as he pulls it back to himself.
Spit blood in your face, you rat bastard.
Oh my
And
god.
your blood is no longer acidic because you're human.
Yeah,
So,
that's fine.
Still doing it.
I'm still doing it.
so now Petrichor, you're up. Bonus action before you go.
Negative.
Okay, Petrichor,
Piss
you're up.
your cheeks.
So you're on deck.
It's
I just want to say, like, what are you doing?
Free action. Okay, you want to do anything with your action?
And then.
Get between.
Divine Smite.
Just get between them, Adam.
Yeah, you're right.
Don't do that, it didn't work.
I was gonna say it worked really well.
Can I use disheartening strike every time?
Let me see it. Yeah, it should be written on there.
It's where you messed up. Forgot that I can't read.
Jokes on
Oh, this is when you hit.
Oh, so when I
you
hit.
specify, yeah, if you hit,
God,
and
I
then
wish I
then
would've
that
read
then
back
that
that
effect
first.
then that effect will be in place on whomever you hit.
Okay, cool.
What
Once you do this, you cannot do this again until the next dawn
Oh, okay.
or dusk. I'm sorry.
how bad injured does Artemis look?
Y'all talk it out amongst yourselves.
Spitting up
So I'm just a
blood.
rules referee. How bad you look?
How about
Me?
you? Yeah, how about you?
Yeah, I'm down to 21.
Oh, you're down to 21?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Out of 43? 21's a big owie.
Okay.
Especially if Homebo Slice over there tries to clean me again.
As long as there's a crit, I guess.
Here's hoping.
I would like
I
to.
think Brad said that one time. What happened after that?
What are the chances?
Yeah.
The chances, and then boom, there it goes.
So, seeing Dursba just with cause attack Sol, but without cause almost murder Artemis, I'm gonna cast.
You have me, dude.
I'm gonna cast Hold Person on Dursba.
Okay.
It's a will save.
So you roll wisdom against that?
Yeah.
What's the DC to beat?
15.
There you go.
You are paralyzed for the next minute.
10 rounds, as we discovered. Hashtag
My
bonus.
turn.
You got a bonus action?
First, is it gonna take
He's
is bonus action gonna take long enough time to say like the amount of time someone had to pee?
No.
Okay.
Because I'm not going to use a bonus action. I'm just going to.
all right. So you're up. What you got? Artemis, you're on deck. Pretty seething, I'm sure.
Yes.
Well, I can't.
This is so fun. I don't have to do nothing.
Can I do a perception check, or do I need to wait for my turn?
Depends on what it is. Typically, it's an action. What do you?
Oh.
What are you trying to do?
Oh, never mind. Can I use my bonus to try to perceive why?
Well, it depends on what it is.
Yeah, see, that's
as
what I
a
was
bonus
gonna
action,
say.
yeah, maybe.
I just want to see. I just want to see if I can figure out why he's being a dick, or maybe
Yeah.
an insight check to see if maybe.
Yeah, go ahead and roll inside. You can do that for your bonus action.
Well, that did not roll.
Dunk.
Yeah, that's like a 6.
6. What's your wisdom saving throw?
My
No, yes.
his.
Mine, it was the last one. Or
No,
did
just what is the wisdom saving throw modifier? Is it, there's modifier and then there's saving throw. Just whatever it is, I'll go ahead and.
+3.
So 3. Do you have any tells on your facial features, mannerisms, the way you're acting? Do you look like you're enjoying it? Describe to them a little bit without going into too much detail. This is a long time coming. They deserve this. Anything like that?
I'm smiling. I don't seem angry about this.
You almost killed me.
And he loved every second of it.
This is the hardest he's been.
But Brad's still the bad guy.
I want you to know
Shoot.
my original thought was to just cast protection against evil on Dursba when I didn't know he was going to attack her too. Then he swung at her and I was like, okay.
All right. So what you got? He said, I don't know.
Come on, fire away. So you're welcome to that DMCA take.
So I'm gonna use a bonus action. No, I'll just use stuff then. I'll go over here on the left side of Dursville. There we go.
Start playing like yakety sax.
While I beat this catatonic douche.
That's that one. All right. Go ahead. Sorry.
I move up here 10, 15 feet. Slide Dursville.
Okay.
And
You have advantage because he's held. Is that correct?
Yeah.
What are the effects? Is he under the paralyzed?
Yeah, he's paralyzed.
You have advantage on a hit. Yep.
okay, so two-handed the sword again.
Let me see if it updated at all. I'm trying to go through like I did with level 5, so
Yeah.
I'm not sure if it worked or not.
I don't think so. Just judging by your health, maybe.
console works. I can't remember
As long as you. Let me see.
because I just tried to put that file directly from what you sent me.
Yeah,
Download it into that.
you did download it.
I wonder if I downloaded the one that you sent me now.
Is
The
that-
last one.
End of every one of your turns, you can do another wisdom roll, and if you beat my
I can
DC,
try and do it again and delete that one then.
Yeah, I think that's what we need to do is delete this one first.
Okay.
because I have to. It's a concentration.
Create new. Load. Select
It's
file.
in your text that you sent me. I don't know if it's the, like I said, I don't know if that one's the one that saved or not.
It's in the text, you said?
Yeah, I had it pulled up.
Oh, crap. There it is. Whose turn is it? Souls?
You said we don't.
Oh, you go ahead. We're doing this.
We're not adding any proficiency bonus.
Just no proficiency. That's it. Yeah. Don't add proficiency. No. Add your modifiers. Just don't add proficiency.
Then another 2. I'm gonna attack him again with the sword.
What are your files out on your phone?
Oh yeah.
Should be in your files. I say over there, and then you click create new. Yeah. Load.
And then I'm using another
Yeah, that's right.
12.
I know what to do. It should be alright.
Damage.
I got you.
Yeah, sorry, I tried.
Yeah, we're good.
I don't know what it was
Like I
doing.
said, we talked about it. We're good.
Lord. Okay, this is 10, 11, 12. And, Sam, you're on the ground now?
No, I just paralyzed her.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna like try to just go straight across and go through both of your necks.
You already got one.
I know, but I did a slice like that last time. Now I'm going across.
He's trying to
I'm gonna try to make like a star. And
He's trying to go for an S with a little
Yeah, it's like soul. He's like it's backwards.
it says it's a symbol that stands for hope.
Yeah.
So that was 13 damage.
Is that including your narration damage?
Yeah. 13 damage. And you get one bonus action. Okay, yeah.
Yes, one bonus.
Okay. And I'm going to use my bonus action to use second wind to regain some health. Which is going to be 10 health.
Okay, that should be good.
And that's all I'm gonna do.
Yep, Artemis, you're up.
Oh, I want to use that disheartening strike because I hit. So now.
Alright, explain it to him. Who'd you hit? Artemis? I missed it. Artemis or Darius?
Hit him.
Sorry, I was helping Josh.
When
I just want to
you
know.
hit a creature using this weapon, you can feel the Target with an unsettling dread. The target has disadvantage on its next saving throw before the end of your next turn. The creature ignores this property if it's immune to fright. Are you immune to fright?
I'm immune to quite a few things.
Who gets hurt?
Get spooky.
Is this saving throw he has to roll to become unparalyzed? Oh, that worked out perfectly.
Switching out from blue and gold. I don't like the way black and green has been treating me.
You'll have plenty of time to read through all these, my friend.
What does fright do?
You're gassed up, ready to go. They cannot willingly move closer to you. They don't have to move away from you, but they can't move closer to you. And just as it describes disadvantage, I think that's it. Yeah, I think that's it. Let's see conditions. It might be on here, isn't it? Frightened. Yeah, a frightened creature has disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls while the source of its fear is within the line of sight. The creature cannot willingly move closer to the source of its fear. That's it. That's all it does. Get smacked.
So I'm going to move over here so that I am,
You got the marker?
yeah. Yeah, so I'm 15 feet away.
Is this what you had planned? Was for us to murder each other?
Got it.
And then
Like not this soon, but
I'm
yes.
going to cast a hunter's mark.
Okay.
Good old Thursday. And then I'm
So you
going
got to save against it?
do what?
So you got to save against it, or
No,
no, it
just
just happens?
happens.
All
Just
right,
happens.
cool.
And then I'm going to shoot him with my carrots and bow. Like, I don't know why you're being an asshole, but that fucking hurt. And I'm going to take a negative penalty on my attack roll, -5,
That's fine.
to add 10 extra damage.
Okay.
That's spicy. Did
So,
you?
And you have advantage on your roll. Too.
okay.
That's right.
So that's a 7. And a 13 plus 4 would be...
17.
Yeah, 17.
Is that hit?
Pretty sure that hits.
Yeah, 17 hits.
Okay, so then...
If you want to narrow it, you get to add +1. I want to tell you how
This is
this
so, we're going to
I
take...
want to tell you how this happens.
Let's see, that's 2, 5, 7, 8, 10, 21 damage.
I'm dead.
20 damage, you're dead. You're down or dead. If it exceeds your max health, okay, so you'll make death saving throws.
Oh, no. So if it exceeds my max.
What I mean is if the carryover damage. After you hit 0, if the damage after that exceeds your max health, then you're permanent dead.
Okay, so I'm down.
You're just down. Okay, so you'll be making death saving throws after this. All right. Bonus action. Oh, did you want to describe it and add +1? Not that it'll push him over anyway. If it'll feel good.
Does it make you feel better?
It does not make me feel better. I didn't want to do this, but you freaking tried to clip me in half.
I don't know if there was much flying.
So she loosed an arrow. It met its mark.
In range of fire.
Appeared to do some critical damage.
Well, you also came in range of my fires.
Were you in his melee range? If so, it would have been
No,
disadvantage.
I
It would have
moved-
canceled. It would have canceled it out
I moved
anyway. So
Out
okay.
of range.
Okay,
But that was my movement was to
Cool,
get...
cool. All right. So
And because he's paralyzed, he couldn't take a bonus attack.
all right, Dersba. It's your turn. All you can do now is make a death saving throw. D20. Don't add anything to it.
No, because
Straight
he's
roll.
not paralyzed. Well, he's paralyzed by death.
She knocked him. He's unconscious.
Oh,
Make a death saving
wait,
throw.
were you immune to fright?
No.
So you had disadvantage from
Only-
fright?
He's got disadvantage regardless because of his whole person.
He's left, so
18. That's one save.
you gotta make 3, right?
Gonna make 3. No, you get to make 1 during your turn. Now it is Petrichor's turn. What you got?
Don't you want to get involved?
Huh?
Don't you want to get involved? Everybody's having such a good time.
I mean,
That's your part. If you told me this would be a lot more fun.
You hear him say through the whirling sands.
Yeah.
Voice appeared. That's what it is.
And this is the episode that I move up in the ranks of least problem.
I don't want to. That's what I'm hearing.
What was
In
that?
the back of my head, it's just his voice, like, kill all of this. Can I see the money?
You swung at me first. Don't come at me.
I will. Okay, I'm gonna move over here. Oh,
That's
I've done a bad job. And I guess can I just roll medicine to try to stabilize him?
That's what you want to
Keep
do.
him from dying. 13 plus.
Oh, that's fine.
Okay.
So does that automatically stabilize him, or does it give him one saving throw, or one success?
That's 13 plus 5, so it's 18. I think it automatically gives him a success.
Just a
It's
success.
when you roll.
Doesn't automatically stabilize him, just gives him a success.
Yeah, I think.
Okay.
I'm not.
I'm not either,
100%
so-
how that works.
We'll go ahead and just err on the side of caution. We'll say instead that you go ahead and stabilize him. So you're at 0 hit points, but you don't have to make death saves any longer. However, if someone attacks you, it is automatic 2 death saving throws. So you don't have to make saving throws, but if anybody attacks you, you're still at the risk of death. So. All right. So bonus action. Move.
How much do I use to get over there? 15.
Not that it's relevant in any way, but if you want to throw yourself on his body to protect him, that's a +5 to his AC. Not that anything will come up or happen.
Yeah, because I want. Yeah.
Make me the little spoon.
Yeah. Yeah, why not? I'll give him a hug.
All right, do you say anything during this action?
I just give him a hug and just like, it's alright, little buddy.
Okay. So, what you got?
Or when I go down, I'm like, let's try not to kill him again. How about that?
I like it.
I didn't mean to.
You concede, so what do you say? What you got? Your turn.
I want to
Think about it.
a 1 and do something. I want to kind of get in there too.
You want to do the hug too?
Yeah, I want to be the medium spoon.
You do the medium space.
Yeah.
This is getting
Kind of
weird.
squeeze.
Okay, so you can't occupy a space another person's occupying. You can give
I'm
me
gonna
a,
be.
give me a
like-
strength. Give me a strength check.
I'm gonna be like up against them.
Are you going on the opposite side of
Yeah. So you're in the.
So you got the sandwich, and you're gonna be on the side.
Yeah,
You're gonna be the
while I'm
crust.
doing that,
Okay.
I'm going to try. So I saw where he put the contract earlier, right? She gave it to him. He put it somewhere.
Give me a perception check. Yeah. He wasn't necessarily trying to hide it, but you know, he's on the ground. You don't know which pocket he's in per se. I'm not gonna make it a high DC. Give me an 8.
It's a 9.
Okay. Yeah, you know where it's at on this person.
Okay. Does it seem like if I like down on this side, I could get it out of his pocket?
Give me a strength check. Petrichor's laying on top of him. You're laying on your side, trying to reach down and pull it out from his component pouch. You know, on his hips, as we've seen. You know, with his character art, he's got his cargo pants. We'll assume leather straps,
So
etc.
what do I need to make?
Give me how much do you weigh?
let's see.
It'll be a little bit different because you're in your form. We'll say you weigh. Give me 10 plus 2. Yeah, 10 plus 2. Give me a 14.
Adding my ability modifier.
Yeah. You got you. Yeah. 14 strength. That's what you got to beat.
Is it 14?
Yeah, you beat it. You get it. All right. So, Petrichor, you notice him. You know,
Can I roll
muscling
to see if
his.
I do it stealthily?
Give me a sleight of hand at disadvantage.
Sleight of hand. What do I got to do?
His passive perception or active perception, if you want to roll too. So
Let's
you
go
got
with my passive. It's 15.
15.
And I'm at disadvantage.
You're at disadvantage. He's on top of him, feeling you, trying to get your arm underneath there to get to where his side will be that has it on him.
So that's 9.
So no, yeah, you realize Soul is getting in there for the good hug, and reaching his arm towards his component pouches and stuff, etc. But it's still his turn. That was your action to do that. We'll say if you want to retrieve it with that action, same thing. You can have it.
I have a bonus action.
Yes, but to clarify, if you want to have the contract in your possession, you have it now. You're not going. Yeah. So with that in mind,
Can I do something else?
yeah, you have your bonus action. Tell me what it is.
Could I, as I grab the contract, look to an empty spot in the room and teleport over there?
Yeah, you can do your face step. It's no longer Blessing of the Raven Queen. It's just Misty Step or face step, whatever you call it.
What's the difference?
No difference in the way it applies.
Okay. And
So when you do it, black feathers don't
that's fine.
materialize around you. More of a like heat distortion from something happens from the space you're in to where you're going.
Okay, so if I just don't pull it out, if I just grab it and then look over and teleport, is Adam gonna know?
I mean, I'm going to be able to see you teleport.
Yeah.
But you're not gonna know that I have it.
No,
Yeah.
he already knows that you didn't succeed on the
Yeah.
check. He'll know you have it.
I'm not gonna waste my teleport then.
Okay, so you still have a bonus action. You still have your movement. You use half your movement to put yourself into the prone position. You can use half of it to get back up. And then so you can't move anywhere. But if you want to use your bonus action, you can. Or if you just want to stay laying on the ground, you can.
I'll stand up.
Okay, you stand up.
And,
Takes your full movement. You got your bonus action if you want to use it.
Now I can use the bonus action to write in blood.
Yeah, I'll allow it.
Okay. So.
Okay, so prick your thumb. Soul on there.
Does anything happen?
Nothing.
And then I just put it in my pocket.
Okay, Artemis, you're up.
Okay.
Then Dersba, nothing.
I'm going to hold an action. I'm going to go ahead and knock a bow.
Okay.
And I'm aiming at Dersba. So if he attacks anybody.
He's out, stone cold right now.
Okay. But if he gets up.
He gets up and
Like.
you trigger is an attack.
Yes.
Hostility. Okay.
Yeah, so I'm just. He starts attacking anybody. I shoot.
Question.
Yes.
Didn't you break her bow earlier? When
No,
Yeah.
no, it was on her back.
I thought you stabbed her
Swung
so
for
hard.
it, but it went to her chest. And you cleaved. Yeah, I clarified.
Yeah. And he can't snap any bowstrings because it didn't
Fair enough.
All right. So
But
held action. You don't want to do anything for bonus action. Dersba, you're unconscious. Petrichor, what you got? You gonna heal him or let him lay on the ground or what?
I'm trying to think if I heal him and he's still going crazy.
Then we
I
can
shoot
kill him.
him.
Yeah, I'll stand up.
Okay. Okay, so making this a little easier. We know what the trigger for an attack. Is there any kind of trigger in which you would or would not heal him? Go ahead and explain that for us. And or if y'all want to carry his unconscious body to the tunnel, or give me something.
Put like a rope around his neck or something.
Okay, so you tie him up.
We can tie him up and then leave him.
Whoa.
We should probably take all the sharp things he has on him so he can't cut through the ropes.
We can, instead of, I was trying to think, we could bind him and then I could bring him back up a little bit. And we can drag him inside to the cave so that way we're not, being pelted with sand anymore. That'd be pretty dope. That sound good with everybody?
I mean, are we on the idea that
I'm thinking that maybe if we've knocked him unconscious, whatever's screwed his brain stop.
But if he gets up again and tries to kill one of us, then we can kill him.
Yeah, for sure. At least in this one.
Okay, so y'all take the 10 minutes to time up. Who's going to do the time?
I'll do
Guy
it.
that's spider knots.
Roll your intelligence check, and the intelligence will be what you need to beat to break the knot.
Can I add and help him?
Yeah, you can give him advantage.
Well,
You can give him advantage, or you can add his intelligence modifier as well. However you want to do it.
what? You want to just give me advantage?
Yeah.
'Cause that was a 1.
Good call.
Oh, so much better. So it's 14.
14. All right. Fine. Okay. So, anyway, 14 is what you got to beat whenever he goes. If you try to break out of the ropes in the future when you come to consciousness. So, do you revive him then now?
Yeah.
So you do that
Can I use lay on hands
on yourself. Yeah, you can dump your paladin energy into yourself.
Because that gives you your whole. I can't remember how long I'm handling it.
So all of a sudden, you all see his new amorphous form shimmering from his palms, and you see the veins of light in his arms,
How much does he
and your eyes. Yeah,
Oh, sorry.
your eyes are glowing, and the inner space in your mouth. There's the void of your interior of your mouth is glowing as well, just shining all out as you begin to heal yourself. And you see some of the wounds, damaging blow from Artemis that knocked him out, not fully mending, but you see that wound and the gash starting to close.
The contract was like, I had to cut off his arm. I didn't have to deliver it or anything.
You did have to deliver the arm to him.
Oh, okay.
I don't think so. I mean, I could check.
I think
For the
it was
purposes of
like
today, it don't matter.
Literally disarming him.
Yeah, for the purposes of today, it don't matter. So. Oh, that's awesome. Show the camera. That's awesome. All right, so what are you guys doing?
It's just like this.
So it matches the rest of the decor.
Right.
And then,
And then you're like, ha!
What are they doing? Is he mounted the feet, or just the hands, or all around the torso so he can walk? That needs to be established.
Say,
Are we leaving him?
we're going to drag him with us.
Let's just tie him up completely and drag him.
That's
so is he awake now?
Yeah,
he's
I
awake.
would much prefer to just be bound by my torso.
Yeah, that's what I was
Are
gonna
you
say.
saying this, or is Ethan saying this?
Ability to hit you with my feet.
Yeah, so let's tie him up completely and drag him.
So you want to explain to us, like, the fuck's going on with you?
No.
No?
Is my medallion a proxiform?
Yeah, I've tied him up by the torso.
Okay.
And he's got a lead on that I'll give it to Soul. I'm assuming he has the highest strength modifier.
One.
Never mind, I give it to Artemis.
What do I get?
You're holding the rope attached to Durspa.
You're
Oh, yeah.
walking me like a dog. I'm your second real pet dragon.
Hell yeah.
I know how much you're missing Pepper right now, so
Pepper
Huh,
would never be
that's weird.
a douche.
yeah.
I don't
Not-
understand.
Are you talking about when you tried to Google something? And
No, YouTube just wasn't working. I went back to Google and it's fine.
I was about to say, my computer's been doing this thing where if you type in the address bar at the top, it just goes redirects you straight back to Google, no matter what you do. And I'm like, this is annoying.
All right. So, I assume y'all proceed into the mouth of the cave, or do y'all discuss amongst yourself that that is a bad idea? What do y'all do?
So do we want to go into this cave? Like, I mean, I really don't know what to do. What's going on?
I mean, we can try and find something else. Like, we can walk until we find somewhere else, but I don't see anything else around here other than more caves.
So What if we had like an extra set of armor in our bag that we weren't using?
Is that to us?
You don't have armor. All you have is the weapons that I described that are magical that weren't affected by the.
What about my backup armor that I had?
If it's armor, you don't have it. Unless it's magic, in which case it's a coin. Unless it's a weapon, in which case it's not. So I may have missed it. What did y'all say y'all were doing?
I'd like to figure out what's going on with Dursba more than anything else.
Okay. Do you ask him? Do you ask him
Yeah,
any further?
yeah, and he said no.
Do you probe any further?
Yeah. Yeah, come on, something's happening. You look like you're enjoying this.
Yeah, but I don't have anything to intimidation or.
For one, I did not trust your amorphous forms, so I wanted to be sure of who was who by checking your abilities.
Okay, fool. I didn't attack you because you look different. I could just sense that you were normal. Trying to cleave me in half. We do that shit all the time.
That's really cool. I noticed you spent a lot of time on that. What you're doing?
The void beckons you.
Okay. Are you trying to deceive them, or are you being sincere?
Uh,
If anybody wants to roll insight, they can do a check on it.
I want to roll insight.
Roll an insight. And whether you're trying to persuade or deceive.
I rolled a little 6-4.
Roll a 4.
I also rolled 4.
Okay. What do you guys have?
Adding insight to it.
But not your proficiency, but you can add your modifier.
Just
Well, a 6 with my modifier.
Intelligence.
Yeah.
No, insight.
Where's insight from?
Is it intelligence though?
I think
It
so.
should just be on your
It's
skill.
wisdom.
It should be on your
Oh, is it
skills.
wisdom?
Okay, then
Yeah.
Oh, in that case, roll an 8.
I rolled a 9.
Okay, everything under 10, y'all don't know whether he's being sincere or trying to, persuade y'all over to his position in this, or if he's deceiving or what.
Well, now you know.
All y'all know to gauge is this is not his normal actions, but this is kind of in keeping with, just like he didn't trust the blind individuals at Mother Yolantha's. This is very in keeping with the way he would normally conduct. I need to find out if, these people are genuinely my allies or not.
So you thought the best way to decide if we were your friends was to attempt to murder us. That is what I have gathered.
You just attack anybody that brings out
Well,
contract
one thing,
or triggers PTSD.
we're in a different realm, and somebody I thought I could trust is now trying to sign a contract for my arm.
It's a really nice arm.
It is. I value it very much.
All right, so with that,
How to do that in another class.
all right, so with that insight check, though, y'all have established that at the very least, narrative is normative. This is kind of, in keeping with the way he acts. And so, if y'all want to leave him bound, if you want to go forward without, letting him go, it's up to you guys.
The contract is obviously ruined. It's a joke. It's just a prank, bro.
Speaking of, let's put the contract in my bag.
Fine.
So that way, neither of you are going to try to kill each other for it. You're going to have to try to kill me.
Trade me some. We're all about giving each other stuff. I want something of equally greater value.
I don't have anything of equal or greater value to
Unless
this.
you don't have a contract.
Alright.
The contract still not do anything.
I don't know.
Can
I don't know if we're gonna get to your scene, bud. If you, I don't want to hold you.
No.
Okay, because okay.
Can
I was just making sure. And if you still want to come by next time,
Yeah.
okay,
Can
awesome.
I attempt to slide a hand in?
That took 2
his
hours,
backpack?
and there are 2 similar scenes coming up. So.
Can I attempt to slide a hand out of his
Can
bag?
yeah. Passive perception is as low as you can go, and perception if you want to try to.
Can I help her by keeping him
Well,
distracted
they were in
by
the middle of
talking to him?
conversation, so.
roll with advantage.
With advantage?
Yeah.
damn it. Let's see. So 7 plus 4, 11.
What's your passive perception?
13.
Okay, you notice. You notice she's trying to do what? Reaching to his
Yeah.
his.
Thought there was a bug.
Do you believe that? Roll deception. If you're trying to deceive, roll deception.
God damn it, that one.
A bug, huh?
It's a
bug?
real big bug. You're in jail. I don't want you anymore.
That's why I traded mine.
It was rolling so good. No, Jesus, that's another nat one.
I want to use an action to detect magic on the contract that I have in my hand now since people are touching it.
Okay, so as part of your ritual, you've been out in the sand. You draw a scale with a good line symbol and a bad one, and an arc in the sand of a swirl. And on the bottom end, it comes up, and the tail whips back away from going out forward. So you spend 10 minutes doing this. What are you detecting? Detect good
Is
and
the
evil.
contract still magic?
It is not.
Okay. There you go, Petrichor.
So it's
You have
to
this?
detect magic, not detect good and evil, right? Yeah. Gotcha. Yeah.
Alright, you said
I was
you gave it to me.
mistaking two different rituals. Go ahead, but that's fine. Yeah.
Non-magic?
It is not magic.
So I have it.
Yeah.
While he's making his
wow.
little magic circle shit, can I use lay on hands on Earnest?
Yeah, if you still have any points left.
Yeah.
And well, if your hands are bound, you can't.
Yeah.
I like shimmy over and like, hey, come here.
No.
I'm bound. I can't do
I ain't getting close to you.
Just let the psycho touch you.
Yeah, you tried to cleave me in half. I'm not letting you touch me.
Do you advertise your intent, what you're trying to do? Let them
I'm just
know.
trying to heal you. But if not, I'll use it on myself.
Can I roll insight to see?
Yeah.
Okay. I just want to make sure I can trust him. He, like I said, he tried to cleave me for no good reason. I just tried to step in. I'm gonna hold that against you the rest of the time.
For the rest of
For the rest of the 8.
You can't relate to that.
Okay, well. Fine, any tricky business. And I'll cut your arm off. And give it to the Raven Queen myself. No, she won't even get it. I'll just carry it around as a fucking souvenir.
I like that idea.
Okay, so do you unbind him to heal you, or you just walk over?
No, I just.
Walk over to receive the healing?
Yeah.
So I'm drawing this circle in the sand.
My family's like, oh, you know.
So instead of the scale thing, like I said, I envision detect good and evil. Instead, you draw what appears to be like a big ball of yarn representing the weave. Not a big deal.
Yeah, it was a shit roll.
I did it and I gave it to him. But I
All
can,
that transpired. I was just elaborating for flavor.
I can detect magic for 10 minutes. So I look for.
It takes 10 minutes to do it. What's the duration? How
It
long?
lasts up to 10 minutes.
It lasts up to 10 minutes. Okay, cool. Yeah, for 10 minutes, anything you want to vet as far as whether it's magic or not.
Just look around at everything and everybody.
Okay. You don't see anything but their jewelry and the weapons that I identified earlier as still
Is
being.
there anything in the cave? Is it magic sand flying towards us?
Nope.
So are we going in the cave or are we going to try and find somewhere else?
I guess we can go in. We're already here. You know.
Okay. So we'll take a bio break. We need to use the restroom. So anybody wants to get drinks or anything like that? Or if you have hot pockets or whatever, you can
I'm
those for
well,
10,
no.
15 minutes.
Let's start a fire!
We're not starting any fires this week, guys. But I do have like fudge rounds.
We're all just like,
Jason, make sure to get the big box. We've got fudge rounds and Oreo thins. They're really good. They're like dark chocolate cream inside. Diet Pepsi, Coke. I think there's some more Dr. Pepper. Water. Booze. You know. Tea. Oh, my knees. I'm too old for this shit. Too old for singing.
yeah. When I stood up, I was like, oh, this is good. Well, there's like 4 shows, I think. So
That's
not
true.
the different
I think we
days.
went like Saturday night.
Yeah, I think I went on like a Thursday or
Ah,
Friday.
But yeah, I was like, I feel like we would have seen each other if we were there. But yeah, dude, I don't know. Like the way you described it made me not want one even more. Like that just no.
Before we get right back into things, Brad has been working Thursdays pretty often, and you can stop me if this isn't the case, Brad. But if y'all want to swap to Wednesdays, for a little while.
I don't have work Thursday now once a month.
Once a month.
Yeah,
Okay.
and that's if the overtime continues. It might not even be.
Okay, like I said, if y'all can do Wednesday, if you'd rather do that for safe, good measure, we can try
We can
to.
all do that Wednesday.
I wouldn't
I'll just stay
be able to be here.
You would not be able to? Okay, so we'll just keep it Thursdays and just run it by us, when you would have to. And then we might look at Friday because he can't do Wednesday.
Also, are we going back to weekly sessions or are we doing
Every other week because
Every other week.
nobody likes, evidently, weekly sessions.
Okay, that's what I was going to ask because I don't know if I can do weekly sessions just because work's starting to ramp up again.
No, yeah, we'll do every other week.
And plus, we can just skip whatever week he has to work on Thursday. So.
Oh, I got a new work schedule. I work 7 to 3:30.
7 to 3:30, so you can be here too? I don't know, man. I made you a character and then you didn't come for like 4 or 5 weeks.
I had a lot going on.
I hear you. Yeah, you did.
Getting married and doing all that life stuff.
Had those issues with that coworker and all that. Yeah, I know. I remember. I'm cutting you slack.
But life's been very good. I can't complain though. Good. Now that everything's settled down.
How long, much longer are we running for? It's not going to be.
Not. I was hoping we could go maybe till 9:30 unless you don't want to go that late. Since we're at your house, and that's what we used to do is 9:30. But if you have to get up early,
5 in the morning, so.
be there at 5. It's up to you. You want to stop it at 9 or still too
Face
late?
at 8:30.
Yeah.
Her face wants us to leave right now.
Do you want us to stop at 8:30?
8:30.
8:30. Okay.
So Stephanie, good baby fever killer. I was video chatting with Ariana and Peyton, and they were play fighting. Peyton reached up, grabbed a handful of glue, and
Oh, no!
luckily she had a sweater and like a thick hoodie on, and so it didn't do any damage. But that was the worst I've ever heard her scream.
Ouch.
Maybe-
They can tell I've never had a biting face.
Yeah.
All right, so settling back into it, y'all had just, I assume, untied her? No, you deliberately left him tied up, and you healed her, and y'all just walked into the mouth of the cave. And so, going into the cave, I'll pull it back up for you guys. As you're proceeding along, you see the floor obviously is very uneven. Feels shaky with every footfall. As you walk in, a cool breeze hits you, and trails of dust are wafting throughout the whole place. Petrichor, your passive perception is 15. Anybody with a passive perception of 12, or if you just want to say for the sake of brevity that you tell everybody, you see very obviously that dirt is trailing up through the floor, and it's an eerie silence in here.
I have 13 passes.
I see this dirt.
So like it's kind of like cycling up and
Yeah,
out.
the dust is rising from the floor. So what are you guys doing?
Do I imagine we're still in the 10 minutes after I cast Detect Magic. Do I see anything within 30 feet of me that has magic? Something?
No.
No? Not even the fancy dirt?
What are you guys doing?
So, it's not magical dirt Petrichor.
I'm gonna take a piece of paper from my priest pack and just see if it floats up, like there's a wind current or something.
Okay. It does, and it kind of trails away from you, kind of being like a leaf in the wind, just kind of tossed around in the air in the cavern.
So there's a good breeze coming from somewhere. So follow the paper. We going deeper?
Yeah. I follow you.
Is that what you guys want to do? Some kind of trigger that you guys are going to stop at any point.
Hmm?
Is there any kind of trigger that you're going to stop at any point?
If conditions change.
All right, I need a marching order.
So 1, 2, you're being dragged, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4.
So you're bringing up the rear.
Oh, I want to check the tracks
1,
too.
2, 3. All right, give me an investigation check.
I was just.
Give me 15 is what I was going to say. Did you get
Okay,
15?
that's a 15, so 16, 17 was my investigation.
All right, you notice the fractures and fissures in the floor that is very unsafe, and you surmise that stepping you kind of direct the group that because if you put all of the weight behind one of your footfalls, you may go through the floor. So knowing that, you kind of
Stick to the walls. And
evaluate every step as you go forward, and you keep on coming along. Then begin to hug the wall in some spots and back off into the others until you come almost all the way to this end. You know, it's a high rise right here. You know, about 40 feet to right here, and about 10 feet down, and over here, declining right here is about 60 feet.
What are the glowing things?
Just glowing rocks.
They're not mad.
Nope. As you get on this, I will say about to right here, you begin to hear movement in the cavern. What do you guys do?
I want to roll perception.
Group perception roll, or just song?
Whoever wants to join me.
All the big ones. Natural 20. Look at that.
Cancels the lowest number.
5. There's nothing there.
Petrichor, you gonna roll?
19.
Yeah, you can
You
perceive still.
see with your eyes,
8.
What do your dragonborn eyes see?
plus whatever your perception is.
What'd you get?
My passive perception is higher, I believe.
Okay, so yeah, the group with this natural 20 is high enough. So along this wall, you see rocks being shifted and moved out of place to allow room for something skulking behind there. Passage. Rocks just keep kind of falling to the floor, clattering. And what do you guys do?
Where the
You're
rocks are-
staring. Are you staring in that direction? I need to know that specifically. If you are looking that way.
I'm looking that way.
I guess so.
But where the rocks are falling, they're causing the floor to collapse.
It's just kind of like pelting it, kind of like a just small rocks and debris.
Like gravel.
You do actually see some of it depressed. Yeah, it falls down. There are a couple, like in the potholes in the road type scenarios.
And he
Some
said
of
he's
it-
moving inside the wall.
Yeah, moving inside the wall, coming this way. And you're training your eyes on it as you see it doing that, or what?
Yeah.
Looking at the potholes, or trying to evaluate a line of escape, or what are y'all doing?
I'll keep an eye on it
Okay.
since I'm in the front. I'll see what it's doing.
Everybody else want to give me a trigger for anything else that y'all want to do? Should anything change, or? Let's see.
I'm going to tie the rope that is leading Durspot around my waist, and I'm going to go ahead and ready my bow.
I'm going to pull out that shield that I figured out I had earlier.
Okay. All right. So as y'all do all, where are y'all looking at? Where are the three of y'all looking at?
I'm watching the.
You watching as well?
Yeah, that's what
All
I'm
right.
watching the bow and,
So it settles about. We'll say y'all last y'all met about right here. So it'd be Petrichor. Were you out front, Soul, or
I'm behind
Yeah, it
him.
was me, him.
Petrichor, Soul, Artemis, Dursburg? Or do you want to be? Okay, so
Sounds good.
then we can represent it on that. Like I said, I use the same type of format for that.
Oh, sorry, I got the marker right here.
So we got how many feet? We'll say that can be 10 feet. You got 2.5 on each side, so 10 feet for 3 spaces. There and then for how many? Try to get as close as I can to this. 1, 2, 3. One, two, three, like that. Stays two the whole time, I believe. Just keep it like that. All right. Fix that. Oh boy. Terrain. Just do it like that. It's faster. Alright, that's faster. Okay. Just so I have some partial cover if you want. Do that as well. Okay, where do we say y'all were?
Near the top.
Petrichor first, right? Petrichor.
So
Okay. Yeah, he'll be in that space so actually you can see. And he's up here on the wall, kind of about. Let's say. Let's say that close. Okay.
Does it look mad?
Artemis and Petrichor. The rocks begin to fall, and you see 2 piercing blue eyes. If a creature starts its turn within 30 feet of the basilisk and 2 of them can see each other, the basilisk can force the creature to make a DC 12 Constitution saving throw if the basilisk isn't incapacitated, which it is not. On a failed save, the creature magically begins to turn to stone and is restrained. So y'all go ahead and make a Constitution saving throw for me. To be a 12. And then we can all roll initiative.
this one better.
It's gonna be an 11 from me, dog.
So fail. Okay.
I rolled a 5.
Fail.
I rolled 2.
Alright, so
Did only on whoever saw it?
yeah, line of sight.
You said you weren't staring at it.
You couldn't see it. So on a failure, the creature is petrified until freed by a greater restoration spell or other magic. A creature that isn't surprised.
So are we just frozen for now?
Yeah, a creature that isn't surprised can avert its eyes, but that's why I was so explicit about asking y'all where you were looking. Y'all weren't surprised by it, but y'all were looking that way. To avoid the saving throw at the start of its turn. If it does so, okay. Alright, so now initiative. Give me a second while I get myself ready as well. had a pen in here, I believe. There it's right there. Alright, D20.
Did you get any dice?
There are some dice in here.
Oh, no. I was just wondering if you got more dice.
Yeah, somewhere. Here, you can use
No, I have plenty of dice.
just one bag in there somewhere, I think, but not any new for me. It did really well.
Good for him.
All right, 20 to 25. Nobody? 15 to 15 to 20. 10 to 15.
11.
So 14.
Marshall.
11. 5 to 10.
9.
1. Well, 2, technically.
All right. So it goes first. Lucky you guys. Right?
Those of us that have locked eyes with it, are we in the process of freezing? Or are we frozen?
You begin to turn to stone and you are restrained. So for the time being, you're held in place, and around your eyes begins to gray as stone, and fingernails become brittle and ashy, and it is beginning the process. I'll see where it says you can try again. If a creature starts its turn.
This has been such a fun experience, guys.
It's been really nice knowing all of you.
Hopefully this is just a really bad dream.
Yeah.
We just collectively have.
If we do die for some reason, we'll like to
Jello.
introduce you all. Huh?
Jello.
Yeah, Jello.
Jello burials.
I'd like to introduce you all to my new character, Retrocore.
Yeah, it doesn't say there's any way.
Retrocore's secret twin brother.
Yeah, you cannot
Also
save from it
considered
next
philosophy
turn. You
nerd.
just-
Who just so happens to also be a cleric.
Oh wait.
He looks a lot like that drawing.
It must repeat the saving throw at the end of its next turn. On a success, the effect ends. Okay, so you get one more attempt at this. Your next turn, you get to repeat your save, and if you fail, you become stone.
I'll start charging up now.
Alright. I would suggest if bless is a bonus action, you use bless. Or either way, I guess it's not an action, you just get the opportunity to do it. So yeah, I'll use bless next turn.
Yeah.
Alright, so it is going to move somebody. Josh, you want to man the marker for us, moving the basilisk? It's the asterisk right there. If you want to do that, you don't have to. I'll gladly do it. It don't matter.
Where's it move to?
But it's going to move right up to Petrichor, and
Move up to it there.
so your speeds become 0.
Yeah.
And its attack rolls against you have advantage, and you have disadvantage on dexterity saving throws.
Neat.
So it's going to bite Petrichor.
Cool. And I don't have any armor?
No. So that's going to be a 16.
Yep.
Okay. So it does. So it does 10 damage, 3 of which is piercing,
Okay.
plus 7 poison damage.
So 17 total.
Yes, 17 times. All right, that's his turn. Soul, you're up. How did I get 2 commercials so quickly together? So you're up, Artemis, you're on deck.
I can't sweep What does Basilisk look like?
You can you can do a contested strength check to get by him. Technically,
You can climb
you
up
would
the
you would
stone.
win in this sense because he is restrained. Yeah, so
Basilisk,
we'll say you can get by him, no problem.
Basilisk a snake.
But he's going to be difficult terrain, so you use 10 feet of movement. This is a basilisk, since you can now see it. It's on the.
Which one?
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's it?
That's cute.
How tall is it?
Medium monstrosity would be about, about up to your chest.
Okay. Can I jump it? What was the?
You're trying to
You
jump.
can't jump over it,
jump
no.
on it.
You can jump on it. You can't jump over it. But if you're looking at it, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Close your eyes and aim for its face.
I would assume that thing could probably catch you like a dog playing fetch.
Seeing as it has
you
6
killed
legs.
creatures as well as you killed your friends.
Huh?
Probably be
That's-
pretty well off.
Constitution saving?
If you're looking at it. Currently, it's not looking at you. It's biting petrichor. If a creature starts its turn within 30 feet of the basilisk and the two of them can see each other, if you can see his eyes, but presently he's not looking at you. So you don't know what turned him to stone per se. Give me a wisdom saving throw. Let it inform your decision what you're going to do.
Wisdom saving?
Yeah, just give me a wisdom.
13.
Okay. You know that they had they were what do they call that? They had point, and something they saw turned them to stone with a 13. So you know it's predicated a little bit on that.
So is that?
So I'm with that. I'm just helping you make an informed decision.
So I'll start.
If you're not looking at it, you get the feeling with your Monster Hunter background that whatever effect took hold of them won't take hold of you. But if you avert your gaze, you attack at disadvantage. However, you won't have to meet the petrifying gaze. Now, I'll only let you have that because you have people taking point for you. So, what are you going to do? 6 seconds.
Can I avoid my gaze and try to look over here?
You can look wherever you want to look.
Look over here.
Okay? Now, if you attack, though, you have this disadvantage because you're not looking at your target.
I'm going
There you
We ain't
go.
talked about.
I'm not going to
I'm going to teleport over there behind it.
Okay, you do that. Perfect. That's a very good move. So you're behind it. Now you can look at it, and it cannot see you because it is not. You cannot see each other. You are behind him, so that's good. What are you going to do now?
Now I'm going to attack with my sword one-handed.
All right, let's see it. One-handed. I assume you have your shield in hand as well.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, so not adding my proficiency.
Correct.
So it's going to be a 19.
You hit. Roll damage.
Are we
Like
still
I was telling him, it should be the same in your app for damage. It's based on your melee modifier, not proficiency. It's just to hit calculates proficiency. You should be able to use the app to do that to help
Is
you.
my +2 slashing proficiency?
No, it's just letting you know that some of it is slashing.
Okay. Are we still doing the describe the thing?
Yes. If you want to describe it and add plus to your damage, you can do that. Totally.
So 5, 7. I'm just gonna do like just a sling across whatever bullet I'm hitting,
Okay.
and if it goes in crack, it goes in crack, and just give a good slash and womp to a starfish.
Okay. So as you teleport behind him and its tail is thrashing as he's enjoying his what he's got in his mouth, you know that he's trying to attempt a meal. With that tail thrashing, you swap the credit card and go on. Bonus action. You got any kind of movement? How much damage did you say you did?
8.
Okay. So after that, Artemis, you're up. You can make
Okay.
You did bonus action and action. You trying to move?
Yeah, I'll take like 5 feet back. How long does it Feel like it's gonna hit me if I move 5 feet back.
No, it only occupies 10 feet. So
Occupies 10 feet.
Yeah.
5 to 10 and this.
correct.
Okay, so I'm moving back 5 feet right here.
All right.
And just sit back and wait for this whole thing to flow over.
Okay. This is where some of the sinkholes and potholes were, right here and right here. If you want to add any kind of markings to that, you're not sure if that's as dilapidated as the floor is going to get right there. You knew that he was watching out for sinkholes and the floor being, rough right here, and so you are aware that the floor is unstable. Artemis, you're up.
Can I make a saving throw?
Yes, Constitution saving throw. You can do your action and your bonus action first and save that for last if you like, and it's at the end of your turn that you repeat that save. Yes, at the end of your turn. You must repeat the saving throw at the end of your turn. So.
Action, I am going to shoot this ugly mofo.
Okay,
I already have my bow drawn and everything.
correct. If you're averting your gaze so that this effect doesn't maintain and begin at the very next start of your next turn, your attack will be at disadvantage. If you're doing that. In other words, if you succeed on your save and you're still maintaining eye contact with it,
Okay.
in the very next turn,
I'm
you
gonna
will
break
be
eye contact, but I'm gonna look
Okay.
at its body.
okay.
So it's gonna be a 28
Okay,
to hit. Also, I got a quick
that
question.
hits. Yeah. Okay.
Quick question about the bow, because I was looking at it and it says I've got a +1 damage to attack. Is that included in the +5 piercing?
I don't think so.
Okay,
I
so
don't think the
I've
math
been.
works.
You've been shorting yourself one day
I
and this whole
have
time.
been. Sorry, I was reading on the bow a second ago. I was like, hey. Okay.
We'll look at that later. I don't think it is though.
Okay. So, do I add it this time or no?
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
Okay.
And then if you still want to have one for describing your attack, you can do that as well.
Son of a beach.
What'd you get?
Forgot to cast Hunter's Mark.
Yeah,
Can I do that as my bonus action?
you can.
Can I retcon that I did that first?
Yeah. Sure, that's what you would do. Yeah.
Okay, so cast Hunter's Mark on this ugly bad boy. I'm gonna do 2, 6, 12 damage.
Is that with your narration or?
Um, So I look at him, realize that I don't feel so hot, and Mr. Stark, I don't feel so good. So I'm gonna look at its stomach, and then I'm gonna aim my bow, and it's just gonna plunge deep into its belly.
Okay.
Okay, then.
And then you repeat your Constitution saving throw. DC to beat is 12.
God damn it, 11 again.
Hero point. You have. You don't have to by any means, but in this situation, I suppose you probably need to.
Yeah, I would definitely.
All right. Currently, you have 2 hero points left, so they'll be down to 1.
Definitely take a hero point.
All right. So you succeed.
Our hero points replenish every level, right?
Yeah,
Just
and
a
they
level
don't
3
carry
forever.
over. Dursby, you have 4 hero points. Petrichor, you have 3. Artemis, you now have 1.
What about me?
You're a bad boy. You don't get any.
All right.
You've
So
been a bad boy. Sounds rude.
you have something different that we've talked about.
You have the power of
Petrichor,
Satan.
you're right.
I have the power of Satan and man on my side.
I would like to bless myself
Just yourself. It does.
and
does it?
Artemis
Okay.
and
Yeah, see, I thought about untying him.
If you want to narrate this one, when you roll, ignore results of 1. If you want to narrate it.
You put your helmet with Satan. All the time we tied us.
so I guess as it came out of the wall, I started freezing up, and like she said, I don't feel so good, Mr. Stark. So instead of breaking the gaze with it, I close my eyes and I look down and I just take the I rub the shield, and it starts to shimmer, and me, Artemis, and Soul all are blessed.
Dursby don't get blessed. All right, so There you go. Very
You all,
good.
you all get to add a D4 to attacks or
And save.
and saves
Just
for
not
the next,
checks.
for the next minute,
10 rounds.
and then I will do mine. It's a 13.
Is that your saving throw?
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah, you beat it.
yeah, plus 4.
Had to beat 12. Okay, you got it.
Yeah.
So,
I am no longer frozen.
all right, Thursby, you're up. What do you got? You are bound. The DC intelligence to beat on that knot was 14, I believe. Right? It's 14 or 11. 14. Okay. If you want to try and break your bonds.
We'll wait for this one. Got pretty sweet
You can give me
gear
an
on
18 to
that.
brutishly just rip the ropes, or a 14 to just work it enough to knots loosen.
Ah,
14.
14.
All right, through trial, action.
Plus my strength.
Oh yeah. Oh okay, yeah. If you want to try to completely tear it up, what is it?
Yeah.
Is
Plus
your
my strength is plus 4, so 18.
So you rip the ropes. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. All right, that's your action though. So you have a bonus action in your movement. What are you gonna do?
Bonus action. I'm going to use divine concentration.
Okay, what does that do?
Your prayer empowers you with divine radiance until the spell ends. Your weapon attacks deal an extra 1d4 radiant damage on a hit.
Awesome. What does the spell? When's the spell end? What's the duration?
Concentration.
Oh, very good. All right, cool. All right, next up is the basilisk. Where'd my d20 go?
I swear to God, if you hit one of us.
Oh, upstairs.
Right.
All right, so it is going to continue to attack
Touches
Patrick
one of
Core.
us, I'm just gonna push him.
It's going to continue to
It's
attack
going
me.
to continue to attack you. Bite again.
And we don't have our armor anywhere.
Nope.
Oh, I thought he said that he continues to attack you. I was like, what the fuck is going on?
All right, and we'll have to probably conclude with this because Stephanie wants to be done by 8:30.
So I'm telling you, without armor, I am a pretty soft boy.
I am also soft boy.
2 plus 7 to hit.
No.
Okay, so you shunted him away from yourself as you began to make
Yeah,
your prayer, and when
the shield
it
between
goes,
me and him.
when it goes back in for the bite, the radiant shimmer flares up, radiant glow in his face that he actually averts himself and is off to the side. So that's where we'll end. Starting up, so it'll be you, all your action economy, all you guys before he gets another turn when we come back next time on Far Realm Rollers. Don't forget to hit that like button.
Smash that like button. Hit that.
40 likes per video, and the party can draw a magical item, which they will need in the campaign to avoid TPKs.
And click on that subscribe.
Thank you. See you next time.